What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, guys? This is Coach O. It's been a long time. I missed you guys. Been doing a lot of traveling with our team, so I'm excited to finally be able to get down and give you guys a video breakdown. Now, just because I haven't been given any breakdowns doesn't mean I haven't been watching. Now, one team I've always wanted to break down for you guys, one team that I always wanted to be able to um, dissect and be very thorough in my analysis is the Houston Cougars. I am very fascinated by the Houston Cougars, very fascinated. And I think part of it starts with just their culture. So when you go and you just watch Houston, just the way that they practice, the way that they go, you just listen to the coach talk. You're talking about a culture of toughness, right? Just rebounding toughness. This is physical. You got to be tough-minded. You got to be willing to get dirty. You got to be willing to rebound. You got to be willing to defend, right? This is just an inside look at what their practice looks like, or some of their practices. And you guys can see on the reps, everybody's going for the ball. There are people flying everywhere, getting down, And I was just very interested in knowing, what made Houston what they are. And we're going to start off with some stats, okay? Houston Cougars. Defense over everything. Defense over everything. All right? Let's dive into some stats. Okay, so if you're looking over here, again, you're number 2 in the country in opponent scoring defense. Now, opponent scoring defense is just your opponent's score, right? But you're looking at the defensive aspect. The team that has, if you guys can see over here, the team that has the lowest number of points allowed on them per game is going to be at the top. And Houston ranks number 2 in the entire country, right? Just 56 points a game. Number 1 in the country in average scoring margin, right? So average scoring margin, we take the number of points that we score in a game, right? Houston scores 76. You guys can see right here. Houston scores 76. An opponent score 56. That's a margin of plus 19. Houston's above that. Here we're just looking at the rebounding margin. Now we just rebounded. Number 7 in the country. Number 7, right here. Number 7. And you're looking at the rebounding margin. The opponent's 31 rebound, right? And they get almost 39 rebounds. So that means that when it comes to rebounding, you're getting more possessions, right? And that's why rebounding is super important. You get more possession than your other team, you got a bigger chance to. If you get more shots than the other team, you probably have a better chance. You give yourself a better chance to win the game, right? Field goal defense, right? Field goal. We know a field goal is a shot attempt, right? Number 2 in the country in field goal defense, right? Here's the opponent field goals, how many scored, and how many attempted. When you're looking at, right? When you're looking at defense is the opposite of offense, right? So the team that has the lowest, that lets their opponents score the least amount of percent of the time will be at the top. And that's Tennessee right here. Houston is right there. Number 2. Number 2 in 3-point percentage defense. And this one I found very interesting. This is why I wanted to bring this one up to you guys. The way that the game is going, there's a lot of emphasis on scoring at the rim and being able to make threes. If you're able to well defend the rim, right? If you're able to well defend the rim and contest threes, you give yourself a great chance to be able to win. Now, this is very valuable. And again, number 2, right? Only 198 teams shot in 31 games. Teams shot 707 3-point attempts and they only made 198. Okay, now what that tells me is potentially, right, without even looking at the film yet, potentially, maybe Houston is so good at defending the rim, protecting the paint, that it forces teams to have to play outside and take contested threes, right? Which could potentially explain the low percentage, right? It's very interesting. So like I was saying, in an era where there's so much emphasis on being able to make threes and score at the rim, if you are good at defending at the rim and you keep everything on the outside, you're forcing the other teams to have to make tougher shots. Now, if you could close out and contest with high hands and not foul, give yourself a great chance to win the game. Right? Number 6 in turnover margin per game, right? So turnover margin per game, right here. Turnover margin is, how many turnovers does Houston have? 306 for the whole season, 306. And their opponents is 448. Now, why is this important? Turnover margin. This shows you how many is the team taking care of the ball. What are turnovers? Turnovers is when there's a change of possession. Either you make a violation and the ball goes back the other way. Okay? If we're looking at this ratio, right, per game, we're looking at 4.6. That means that Houston gets, on average, 5 more attempts than their team, than the other team, than their opponents. You think about it. 5, you score 2, maybe 1.5 point, right? Quick math. You're looking at 1.5, right? Times 5, you're looking at about 7 points. That's an extra 7 points you give yourself. Right? So, not underestimating what the possession per game can do. Number 15. This is a little bit lower, but number 15 in the country in offensive rebounding. And we're talking about possessions. Okay? Creating extra possessions. Offensive rebound. You're looking at 397. Right? I'm going to the rebound right here. Offensive rebound, 12.1, which is huge. 12.1, which is 12 is like 12 extra shots at the rim. So by just looking at stats, what does that tell me about Houston? Houston is a team that looks like they won't necessarily outscore you on the offense. But what they will do is they will make it gritty, they will make it grimy, and they're going to create more shots for themselves, which automatically totals them to be able to get more potential points than their opposition. Okay? So let's look at what we're looking at offensively. Okay? Offensively, let's talk about this. Now, a team that wants to play defense has to create as many possessions for them to be able to set their defense. Okay? For you to be able to set your defense, you have to either get a score or the ball's got to go out of bounds. Right? There's got to be a stoppage for you to be able to get set and be able to put all 5 of your guys, get the proper matchups that you want. Okay? Matchups is super important. Yes, it's good sometimes to just get back and everybody get whatever, but we have preferred matchups that we want to get. Now, how does Houston, I'm going to reverse it, how does Houston create those chances for them to be able to set their defense? Now, I know it's defense over everything, but we have to understand that everything we do on the basketball court affects the next segment of the game. If I play bad offense, I am setting myself up to not being able to play good defense. Everything's got to flow. Taking good shots, being able to get back matched up, running in transition, spacing the floor. Everything matches up. It's a big story. Let's look at a couple of transition opportunities. What do we see from Houston? Offensive rebound here, we're gunning. Run, get down to the middle, float it. Okay? What I found very interesting is how they run the transitions, guys. Let's look at how they run transition. Rebound, run, wings, wide. See how spaced out we are? We space them out, and we're looking to attack within the first 6 to 8 seconds of the shot clock. 6 to 8 seconds, we're looking at attack. Somebody's at the rim, right? So being able to put somebody at the rim forces defense to have to honor the rim, and that creates the gaps, okay? So if I'm a big, and I'm looking at Houston play, I'm looking at how they could create as many good offensive possessions without necessarily having skilled, super skilled ball handlers. We're going to get to their offense soon, but just being able to run, I'm trying to create as many easy opportunities. Jump shot. Let's look at another one here. So being able to get the steal deflection, right? You're looking at how defense, right? It's all a story. Defense creates easy opportunity. Now, imagine this. You scored this basket, right? So you took a timeout, right? So now defense is discombobulated, and now you get a chance to play against you get a chance to set your defense and play against their offense right out of the time. There's another one right here. Contest, high hands, boom, here. How do we run our transition? Yup, gone. And I'm going to rewind this. Let's pay attention to Coach Calvin Sampson over here. Let's look off the rebound. Look at his end. He's like, go, go, go. Rim. We're at the rim, right? The rim brings this defender with him. This guy has to get down a little bit. He has to sink a little bit to take the tag. We're going to rewind that. Let's look at it. Okay? Right? Looking at it. Boom. Here. Gone. Okay? Let's look at this slow-mo. Here. Running. He's got to honor this a little bit. He's got to get back. Right? Boom. And now defense is off balance. Knocked down. First 6 seconds. How early we get. And then just be able to have active hands. Active hand. The steals allows us to be able to just get out in transition and be able to do what we want to do. Okay? Right? So transition allows us to do it. Here's another one. Here, active hands on the defensive end. Active hands. Right? Block. Long. We're gone. Missed the shot, but follow through. Hey. Finish. Okay? Here's another one. Block shot. I'm blocking you at the rim. Steal. And we're gone. Here, look how spaced the floor is. We hit the sideline. We're running outside the lane line. So the guard has all this room. Outside, outside, outside. Somebody's going to run to the short corner. Short corner right here. Here, one more. Here. Reverse. Yep. Knock down.
What I find very, very, very underrated is we talked about who gets the shots and what makes their offense run. And you guys will see, pay attention, and you guys will see that most of their pick and rolls, most of their offensive possessions, they run through Marcus Sasser, point guard. You guys will notice a lot of his play types here. We can see the types of shots he gets, right? Pick and roll, ball handler, and spot up. Okay, that's one. And Jamal Shed. Jamal Shed, you guys will see, play type, same thing. Pick and roll and spot up. So that means that our guards are aggressive getting downhill and not using the pick and roll, and they can play off of each other. So that is super important because we want our guards to be able to have synergy, right? Obviously, we got to take a look. We got to take a look at some, right? If we're just looking at how they are in the half court, us being able to know where our offense is coming from here allows our rest of our guys to be able to create those extra opportunities and be able to crash boards. Here we got 3 guys crash boards. guys will see it right here. Another one, we don't get it. Yo, we chase screen. We're trying to be aggressive. Our two guards are playing that little two-man game at the top here. Off this, we got triangle on the board. 1, 2, 3, and we get an opportunity to get a little deflection or get an offensive rebound. Okay, that is a very underrated thing. Just us being able to know where our shots are coming from allows us to be able to create extra possession. Here, just be able to get to the rim. Here, doesn't make it, but he's aggressive, right? This is connecting back to the transition element we were talking about before. Here, get to the lane. Hey, foul and 1, right? And if he's not available, if they help, you got 1, 2, just ready on the perimeter, just ready to unload, ready to shoot. You guys will see it here. Again, same thing. Waiting. Nothing. I was going to go to the side. We're going to go into this ball screen, right? Here, Memphis is in the drop. They don't want to let them use the ball screen, so they're keeping it away from the screen. They're forcing him to have to play off the side, keep him out the middle. Ball's going to get down to the middle. Here, floater. I'm attacking the drop coverage. My feet are set. I can make that. Right? This is like probably one of the best backcourts in the country right here. Here. Ball's here. Hey, just be able to get downhill, aggressive, score. All right. So you can just see kind of like how they're able to just handle an offense, and how them being smart on offense allows them to be able to crash boards, right? Get more opportunities, and rebound the ball better. Here's another one. Jarris Walker, we got to talk about him. Projected top 15 pick in the NBA draft. You guys could see that a lot of his possessions, a lot of stuff that he does is going to be off of the guards. You're going to see a lot of points is either going to be offensive rebound, right? So if we just look back at what kind of plays he gets, you guys see that how he scores spot ups, right? So either he's attacking closeouts, he's cutting to the basket, offensive rebounds. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at Mr. Jarris Walker. Jarris Walker right here, right here he is right here. Just offensive rebound, cleans it up, score. There's another one, boom. They're gonna rebound right here. Here he is running the floor. Just being aggressive, just being conscious. And when he catches the ball, just be aggressive on here. Right? Ready to shoot on this. 3 and D. Feet are set. It looks good. Okay? You can see extra here. He's heading. He's getting behind the defense. Got to look. Right? Playing wide. Here he is right here. We're going to go into this double drag here. Again, once the feet are set, he can make those. And I think what's very underrated about his game is that he's very versatile. Rebound here. Big body. I'm in the lane. Foul. Right? So you guys could see. So those are the 3 main guys that score. Now, what did we talk about? We looked at the stats. We looked at how defensively is their bread and butter. But what we really were able to see today is how by Houston, what we're really able to see was that by Houston being able to be smart on offense, that allows them to be able to play their defense, right? So the defense, so you got to eliminate as many bad possessions as possible for you to be able to set your defense up properly. So We looked at just transition, creating more opportunities. Just them junking the game up allows them to be able to create such a margin of separation between them and their opponents, right? And you know that if a game is in the low scoring, you know that's favoring Houston's advantage. So yes, it's defense over everything, but we got to understand that the offensive part affects how well we can play defense, because we got to be able to get back in transition and have the proper matchups that we want. So that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, just subscribe. And if you guys want to see any other breakdowns, just let me know. It's your boy Coach O signing off. Catch you on the next video. Peace.